I'm here with Cire Brown. Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
First time we met was Arizona 2019?
2022.
22.
That was my first tournament.
First tournament.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, and you're on one of the biggest stages on the planet. How does that feel?
Pretty wild. Happenstance, but wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's Brian stepping in and helping out East vs. West for the card. Really took what we were trying to do and really what he was trying to do and put it on a whole nother level.
So before East vs. West came collaboration with Strongest Arm on Earth, what was the plan?
It was just going to be the Strongest Arm on Earth tournament that he wanted to set up and really give back to the community. I think he's expressed that a lot. And because he fell in love with arm wrestling. And then after King of the Table, he got the arm wrestling bug and just wanted to commit and put on a tournament for everybody and put some super matches together to really highlight the fun and how much the spectators truly enjoy the sport, because just as much as he's an athlete, he's a spectator and really loves it. So that was the plan.
You guys, I would think you train every time together, right?
Yeah, we haven't trained for the last month just because everything going on after the commitment from East vs. West.
Because it was busy, right?
Exactly. So we haven't been hanging out the last month. I know he's putting in the work, but so behind the scenes, so am I.
We did a podcast on Fix, and you told us about some notable wins you have had before leading up to Derek Smith. You also said that Derek came to practice to show some stuff, and he didn't get on table with you.
Yeah.
And you took that personally?
I did. It lives there rent free. I don't know why it was unsettling to me, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. Like, we've passed each other several times in the hallway. It's been jovial. It's been fine. But just that day, us being, training Brian, working with Brian, I'm like, dude, you're the coach. What do you want me to work on with Brian? You need to feel where I'm at so you can kind of tell him where he needs to go or where he needs to really fight me. And there was just nothing, but he pulled everybody else in the room. So it's been, yeah, Derek.
So he definitely lit a flame.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's festered. I got injured, the month after we started training with Brian. I had a full distal rupture and had surgery July 30th. And I would say about 3 months later, I was back to lifting weights pretty regularly and full recovery. I'm 100% stronger than I was before. So you can look at the wins of the past, and then me pulling Wayne Withers was the first match that I had right-handed, and it speaks for itself. So, coming
into this, do you see yourself as an underdog?
100%, 100%. But I have nothing to lose. Yeah, I get to throw 100%, 200%, 500% at him as hard as I want to. I have nothing to lose. He has everything to lose.
If it's not a secret, what's the game plan? Do you want to make it in a long scramble, or you think you can take control from the go? Or
I think the irony is everybody sells me as a King's mover, and I would say of those 5 victories that I have in a King's move position, there's 76 other wins that are not by way of King's move. So there's definitely more to the arsenal. If that's your only threat, if that's the only threat you think I have, or you have against me, then I think it's going to go a lot faster than you might think. King's moves, in my opinion, are done when you don't have speed or hand control up front, so you have to fight from the B side. And if I have control, I hit pretty hard, pretty fast.
I think mentally you're ready. You're
100%.
very well protected. How do you feel physically?
I feel like I'm ready to run through a fucking wall.
I know we asked this everyone.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is the best version of yourself?
I don't know what the best version of myself is, but I know compared to any other version, I would say yes, this is the best version of myself.
In the multiverse, you rock.
This is it. This is it. I'm Thanos.
Very excited.
Sorry, Derek.
To see, because it's first of all, you have already established opponent in Derek Smith. He's been proven product in North America. He has his fans and he has his haters, and he's somewhat polarizing in some way. Yeah. He's such a nice guy, yet he didn't pull you.
Right.
Right. So there's another reason for the guys, but Derek is. If you take that Derek spot, do you see yourself, kind of climbing to the top of the ladder? That's
100%.
the plan, right?
That's the plan. There is no ceiling. I want to see what I can do. I liken myself to Todd Hutchings in that regard. I started arm wrestling at 39, 38.
How old are you now?
I'm 41.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he's younger than me.
Get that a lot. Yeah, age is nice. And I know Derek's also, I think he's right behind me at like 40 years old, but he's been pulling for 15 years. Yeah. And me picking this up, I come from a semi-pro football background, high school wrestling, that kind of thing. Nothing crazy, no strength sports outside of that. But to step into it, I absolutely love the sport. even after injury. People either going to be, I'm done, and walk away, or they pull the opposite hand because they're afraid. And training with Brian, he's just pushed me to continue progressing forward, and I love the sport.
How is training with Brian?
He's the world's strongest man. There's no joke. It's nice because I actually have the familiar leverage, because Brian's arm's just as long as Derek's, if not a little bit longer. So I'm familiar with that position. And then pulling Wayne, it was familiar there as well, where it's like, okay, I can't have the hand control up top, then I'll take it on the B side. But he pushes me. We were working out before we would practice together, and he's an absolute machine. Everything he does is like so meticulous, methodical, driven, and he's hyper focused on just progressing the sport. I feel like it translated over for me as well.
He will also have a big match with Brandon Allen.
Yep.
Did you because you have that Kings, you can help him work on that position. Did you do that before you guys were training together?
Yeah, definitely. Did I Kings move before I started training with Brian, or did I Kings move with Brian?
With Brian.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can mimic Brandon's style of Kings move, which I'm not a fan of. But yeah,
just
Brian's
for the
put in
note,
a lot of work.
he's not a fan of.
not a fan of. I'm a fan of Brandon. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
His Kings move style, they're just very awkward, just on the inside tricep rotated up. It's a different Kings move. No, but it was cool to be able to emulate that for Brian, and Brian got to put in the work, and he has multiple lanes that he can attack the Kings move without going into a press, and then he can go into a press. So he absolutely has many lanes that he can tackle that.
It's a challenge for him.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how much a month ago. I don't think it would have been a challenge. So I don't know who he's been training with for the last month. I think some Corey Miller stuff. So hand control in the center kind of thing. But I don't think that Brandon stands a chance. I know that everybody's calling him like kind of the Great White Hope Killer, because he did that to Larry Wheels on King of the Table, and everybody was on the hype train with Larry. But I think the difference in caliber of athlete there is the drive to not overwhelm himself with so much information at one time, really build the foundation. I think Brandon's in trouble.
So this card, and it's all happening here in Colorado. You live 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah, 15 minutes is nice.
Yeah. That is nice.
I got to sleep in.
Have you been for the past Shaw Classic events?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
including the last arm wrestling one that they had 2 years ago, so it was cool.
What people that gonna come here, also the people watching, can expect?
They're going to get exposure to the strongest human beings on the planet. Just walk around. So like arm wrestling itself is very specific in the motions where you're strong, and that puts you in a completely different field of strength, because obviously we train a specific lane. But these are humans that walk around with 2,500, three total lifts, just insanely strong people, but they're all really humble, really good people, good atmosphere. The families that are running around, the little kids are involved as well. They have little kids strongman competitions and things. Saturday they have grip training stuff, which I just started getting into, and I've tied several world records after never competing in a grip thing before, and it's all because of arm wrestling. So it's pretty cool. Like the atmosphere is awesome. That's why this is so exciting for me with regard to arm wrestling, is we're getting so much exposure to spectators of a strength sport. And when you look at arm wrestling as a strength sport and also a combat sport, they're just getting the best of both worlds.
So you're a fan of arm wrestling, not only an arm wrestler, right? You follow everything around. For yourself, what is the most interesting match on this card? Combining strongest arm on earth and East vs. West.
Honestly, like the match I'm looking forward to the most is Martins and and Lawrence, because I think that he's going to surprise everybody.
Martins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to win.
I
really do. Watching him in California, how he moves, how he crosses. Well. Yeah,
it's insane.
And then with Lawrence,
that's those Latvian genetics.
That's why Ray's so great. But watching him in California, watching him move, it was awesome. But I also know that Lawrence, watching his match that he just had on Arm Wars, I think that he's got a big threat. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give advice to Martins, but I think that he's going to win. So that one is, I'm really looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to Philip Larson and Matt Mask. I think that's a really good match. I think Devin kind of handles Krdecha right-handed, no problem, and left. I think it's a little bit closer than what people think, and I think that if Alex takes the time to review the last little bit, he'll stop playing with his food before he eats. And will it be a little bit more aggressive? So that could be closer, but Devin is a monster on both hands. So all of these matches look good. Brian and Brandon's going to be awesome, but I think Brian takes that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, I'm happy to be first, right?
You're gonna start
Our
the
match
show.
is first, so I get to get back and be a spectator the rest of the time, be a fan. So I'm going to be a fan with a victory. So
Send a message to very small Derek Smith.
hey, look here, little man. You should have held my hand. You made me hungry, and I'm going to feast.
Cire Brown, don't miss it. Live on pay-per-view, East versus West. Strongest arm on earth, 15th of August. All the info is in description. Stay strong.
Love arm wrestling.
That's right.